Let's go to Eric, who's on the line in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Eric, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hey, Ken, it's great to talk to you.
Great to talk to you.
A bit of a follow-up call. I spoke with you earlier this year in February, and I think I've been able to nail down kind of what more my passion lies. And actually had an opportunity today to speak with a recruiter about a position that I've been considering, and wanted to get some insight on how to use that person as the point of contact for getting into and with your resume technique.
Well, it's pretty straightforward. Unless you have a more specific question, the answer is you have now a relationship. It's a professional relationship, not a personal relationship. But this recruiter is looking at you. They came after you, and there's a connection there because you were interested in the gig. So they are effectively acting as your agent, if you will, and pitching you and promoting you for the job. So you've got my resume template. It's certainly going to look different. Please hold the fort. You know, if the gal or guy looks at you and says, "What is this resume? I've never seen one that looks like this," you say, "You better believe it, pal." And that's
Right.
that's on purpose. And I would still go with the who you know. I would try to find a relationship there. But if you don't, let's get some relevant relationships, because in this situation, you've got the recruiter taking you directly to the decision maker, so it's not as important. But in the who you know section, I want you to establish some relevant who you knows there. So you'll put some people ideally that you know that are in that industry that may have some respect in that industry, or at least some relevant connection from a leadership standpoint who can vouch for you. You know, who I know, it just gets their attention. So absent of a personal relationship, make sure it's a really relevant endorsement statement, because that's what I use that who you know section for. I don't want just a name they've never heard of and a phone number, how to reach them. I want, this is how I know this person, and this is what they say about me. That's the game changer. So do exactly what I tell you to do in the PDF. But you've got a direct line, so that's great news.
So what? Building on that, the president of the firm, who this recruiter is going to put me in front, I have met probably 10 years ago, not 10 years ago, about 5 years ago, at an event, and have known of him for a while. Is it relevant to bring that back up in conversation in writing this back, or trying to work on something more recent?
No, it's absolutely relevant. I'd bring it up.
Okay.
And if it were me, I'd send that guy an email and say, "Hey, this is kind of cool. I met you 5 years ago at such and such, and blah, 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 blah." Jog his memory, real quick, brief email. And hey, I got a recruiter called me and is going to be bringing me to you. So I just thought that was really cool. Look forward to talking with you, hopefully, in the near future.
Very good.
That's what I would do. You met this guy. Would he remember you?
I think so.
Well, go for it. I would find his email and shoot it. Don't pitch him. The recruiter's going to do that for you. It's just kind of a, "Hey, this is kind of fun. Your name popped up in my world. Recruiter came to me and said, asked me if I was interested in the gig at your place. And I am. And really enjoyed meeting you at such and such a place. And looking forward to speaking with you again. I'm very interested in potentially joining your team. Talk soon."
Sounds good.
Yeah, man, absolutely. I like that. Eric, go, man. I want to hear back from you. An email from you would be great if you get that gig. That's exciting stuff.